Welcome to this final part of the series on the Cities Skylines Map Editor. Now, my original plan was just to do a short episode that rounded off the map and showed the publication process, talked about a little bit about the details. But what actually happened is I've done several play testings, which went well, but it highlighted a few minor problems, or one fairly major problem as well, actually, which is what I'm going to talk about straight away. Now, I hadn't even noticed this, which is the wind effect on the map, and the fact that trees alter the wind, especially tall trees. So you can see here, I've built a forest here, and it's kind of reduced the wind here, and we've got some wind there and some wind there. And what actually happened is that I've raised this area here to create a wind kind of site for wind turbines, but what I want to do is demonstrate the effect of how trees are. So you've got this area here, see the band there. So what I'm going to do now is come here, just get the strength up, and what I'm going to do is just right click to remove the trees, and what I'm going to do is just come through here, and I'm going to take the trees back, going to create a headland here like this, and I'll put some trees back to sculpt it in, but I just want to demonstrate this effect. And if you can see now, see the effect that just by removing those trees, the wind obviously must come from this direction. It doesn't show directionality of the wind, but you can see now that just by removing that dense trees there, that's altered the whole wind pattern on this raised area here. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of drop the brush strength down, and so we can put a few trees here, nothing major, just kind of so it looks a little bit more natural. Maybe we'll just kind of put a few of these in, and maybe some smaller trees as well to give it a bit of variety. And so if I go back to the wind effect now, you can see it's changed it slightly, but that now gives me an area for building wind turbines. So that's quite a key tip. It's something I hadn't even thought about when I was quite happily bunging all these trees down, in the sense that I didn't realise the impact that trees. You can see the white areas here caused by the trees. So this is another element of the map that needs to be considered and designed. Height and trees affect wind powers, and I suppose also was as you build the city up, if you build high rises, that will affect the wind pattern of the city. So that's the first point. Now the second point is, if you've watched the series, you will realise that the entranceway has changed. This is due to my local advisor. I was doing some play testing, and they quite rightly pointed out that this area here looked very, very cluttered with the two junctions, and so kind of had a thought about it, and I thought, well, there's nothing to say that the main first road into the initial square has to come from the top. So I kind of looked round and I thought, well, this looks better because you've now got the three junctions here, not totally evenly spaced, but kind of laid out with the trees there. So this is going to be the new entranceway in there. And what I've also done is, if you remember that the farmland was up here, and I thought, well, maybe I'd gone a little bit over the top with the farmland. So I've kind of created a small area here with some trees in this area. So, and I've kind of expanded this area here, so that if for some reason somebody wants to build farmland, they can build a bridge across here. Be quite an interesting bridge because of the difference in height. I don't know whether it actually can build. Oh, you can build a bridge across here. So, and so it'd be possible to build a bridge road down into here to do that. So that's the kind of the main changes. I've done a little bit more tinkering just to practice, and I say, And after I made this change, I have now done some play testing that takes the bit of a tree there. I don't think we really need a tree on the cliff face there. Maybe we need a bit more trees here. Sorry for the digression, but... And you can see also I've put a little bit of ore just up here, so if I show the resources, you can see I've put a little smudge of ore there, the oil there, got ore there, a bit of farmland there. Maybe that's a little bit too weak, so maybe I need to, I think, let's get this brush here, reduce the strength down. Oops. Maybe just kind of, maybe it's a little bit too strong. Just gonna drop that down here a bit, just to fill that in there. And as I say, I kind of probably keep tinkering with this for a very long period of time, but I think we can now say that the main structure's in place. It's got some nice views here off across the city. Yeah, that will make it look good. Play on. I've also, yeah, that's the other thing I've done. I've given this a bit more height to give it a sense of a promontory. You know, a feature of, like, if you imagine someone coming up here, and you can see you've got the promontory there with the raised piece there dropping down onto the beach. So it kind of just gives the landscape a little bit more character. So that's the type of thing I've been doing. I think, as I say, I think you can keep tinkering, playing with the map for hours. And I probably will do it, but I can't see any more point of keeping this going in the general series. I think I've covered all the main points. Discovering the wind was the last kind of key element, so I think that's where I'm going to wind the series up. There's one more thing to do, which I'm going to talk about now, and is this option here where you define the initial square. Now, I mean, you can just click on these here, but I'm going to stick with having it in the center. I did toy with the idea of maybe moving it up there or having it there just to make it more interesting, but I think that's probably the best place to kind of have, you know, in the smack center. So that's one option. And of course the next thing we need to do is take a picture. Now I don't know whether you take this out or you can't. No, you have to take the picture with this. So I'm trying to think of, does it come there? How about that? No. Maybe can you take more than one picture? I don't like that. Maybe if I make something like that. Maybe one from here. I'm in totally unexplored territory here at the moment, so maybe let's take it up there, and I think maybe we can. Does it work? Oh yeah. Don't think that would be particularly useful. So we're just going to. I don't think that's particularly useful. I think those two pictures would be good. You can take it kind of high up here, but is that? No, I think it'd be better to maybe if we come in really low. Maybe something like that. No. Maybe a bit more round like that. Over here a bit. Yeah, I think maybe that will work. Don't know about having those squares in. I don't know if they can be turned off, because you can't do it that way. It'd be nice to do it that way. So that's taking the snapshots here, and what we can do now is save the map. I'm going to save it to here. It's important to, maybe we can find out how to put that in there, and then obviously you can now select the, I quite like that one, and I think we're going to save that. What I'm going to do now is just take you onto the new map part of the game, just to show you what it would look like in that area there. So we'll see you on the new map. Right, welcome to the new map selection thing. So we can come here and you can see now we've now got a picture of the map. I'm just going to have a quick look at what other people have done, just to, that could be cool just to do that. But we've got that here, and what I'm going to do is just start there. I'm going to do it left-handed, just because I will be playing left-handed traffic. And so we're just going to load the map. Shouldn't take long. And you can see now I've actually reset it to normal map mode, so I can only come out this far. And you can see, I think that looks good. I'm quite happy with that. The ships are coming in up there, and of course we've now got the initial starting place of the map. I don't know whether if you take a picture here or snapshot here, you can include that in the page. That might be something worth trying. As you can see now, we've got this here. We just need to click here. And, well, just do it just for a bit of fun. Whoops, we just need, remember we need to do that. We need to press stop, pause the game, because we have the day and night cycle running. So, and just to give you an idea of the way I'm going to start, I will be doing a let's play on this. I probably will not be starting it immediately, because I'm just going to need to take a break, because I've got a few work commitment issues which I've got to sort out. Oops, maybe that's in a bit too far. Oh, maybe we can go this up this way. So I will be taking a short break from doing these, and then I will be back, and I will be starting a formal let's play on this map, where we will go to build a city. Oops, God, I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice. Where I will basically repeat what I did in the previous one, but the idea will be that I will take this map. I will start in the normal way with this normal starting position, 9 tiles, but then I might expand it to unlock all 25, and what I will be doing is then taking that, and the focus of the let's play will be to take this bit off, to build all the unique buildings down here, and the unique buildings and the there, and we'll start getting that process running. So we're just going to do that. This is my kind of standard starting position, and you can see the way I would probably build this map is that I would, obviously the port and docks will be down here, so, and we've got some trees up here, the bit of ore and our farming there. So I think my initial kind of approach would be to just put the snapping on, would be to come out here, maybe a short distance, come up here, do something like this, and that would be my residential area. Yeah, this is just, I would kind of like the marquee tool. I'm not going to do too much. I don't think I'm going to be playing. This is just a quick demonstration of my thinking of how I would play the map. And I would kind of come out here, and this side would be industrial, like maybe here. That would be a industrial area here, and then a bit of commercial there, and obviously the wind turbines would come up here. You can see the dark, it's a bit darker in this area, so we got, and I'd probably, that's outside the city limits, so what we'd have to probably have to do is try and find there for the first wind turbine. And water wise, I would probably, the flow's quite strong on this river, so I would probably put my first pump there, and that here. Needless to say, when I start the Let's Play, it might actually be something totally different, and I would probably put the first pipeline that way, because I do like a certain symmetry to my I would probably do something like that, and across to here. So, well, that gives you an idea of what my initial thinking would be for laying out the city. We've got the turbine in, so I would probably just come down here. I've spent a lot of money, and this is going to be an expensive start to the city, so I certainly would have to watch that. And then, as I say, I would just let the city run, let people move in. Probably put this across here, like this, and into there to get people up and running. And that would be basically where I'd be coming from. The city can grow. You can see the first people are moving in. You can see a little bit of due to the curvature on the map, but that's no problem. A little bit here. So that's the beginning of the completed map. And this is where I'm probably going to leave it now, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the series. I hope you found it useful. Now, I'm not claiming to be the definitive expert on the map editor. I mean, this is only my second map I've ever created. To be honest, the first one was very, very basic. So this has been very much a learning experience for me, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you've got any hints and tips and that, feel free to add them to the comments. Feel free to add them. And as I said, I will be doing a Let's Play on this map, probably after, in maybe about a week, 2 weeks after this series is released, because I need to take a break to do other things, and I've got a few commitments at work, or my own work, real life work, my occupation, which means I need to sort a few things out before I can commit to a full-length Let's Play. But I will be doing the Let's Play, and that Let's Play will be taking this map. I intend to build everything on the map, all the different services, all the unique buildings. We've got the dam up there, and also all the unique monuments. So the idea is to build all that, and we may end up having to develop all 25 squares. Look at that. That's I think that makes a difference. If I come in here and like that, I think you can see now that I think that's quite spectacular. I think that changing that map there has made a big difference. In the dark it was kind of a bit overlit there. Bridges have come up quite. There's bugger off chirper, sorry. And you can see having the bridges illuminated as well look quite cool. Yeah, and you can see that curving off into the distance. So I think I'm really happy with that, and I think it's going to be a fun map to play. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. So hope you've enjoyed the series. Hope it's been very useful, and it's even at the very least, if it's encouraged you to have a go and making your own map and having a go at just doing something, that will make me happy. I mean, as I say, any opinions, likes, comments, feel free to add them. And on that note, all I can say is it's been a pleasure making this map, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and till the next time, enjoy your gaming.